welcome to Bogan Cooking at its best, Franny Live. Making hot crust buns today. Never made them before, we'll see how we go. I'll see if I can give some hints and tips along the way. In the bowl we have 4 cups of plain flour, just everyday store-bought plain flour. We have 2 7-gram sachets of yeast. All yeast comes in 7 grams, it's a standard measurement, so just 2 packets. We have 1.5 tablespoons of mixed spice. I have mixed spice in my pantry. I'm not going shopping, so I just use plain cinnamon because that will give it a nice flavour. On the stove over here, we have just warming, you don't want it bubbling or boiling. There's just 40 grams of butter, just everyday butter, and 300 mils of milk. So we're just getting that warm while we're looking at this. So we want to add all this in a large bowl. Then we add our 2 lightly beaten eggs, in there. We'll just check on our milk, just warming. And we also need to put in this bowl 1.5 cups of currants or sultanas. I've just got some sultanas because sultanas are good. So I've just got the good old sunbeam kind. So I've got a cup here. This one. This is a half. Few for good luck. So 1.5 cups is probably around 250, 275 grams, so it's almost a whole box. Just checking that butter, it's still just not quite melted. Don't want this to get too hot. I don't know if you can see me. Just don't want it to boil. So it's quite warm in there. We'll just give it a stir to melt that butter and cool it back down, because otherwise it will be way too hot. So I'll just turn my stove off. Okay, so that's just, there's no bubbles, it's just melted, it's just warm. In we go with that. Pour it in. Now, flat knife. Just let it all come together. Just cut through it back and forth. We don't want to do anything too silly just yet. Move all my crap out of the way. While that's happening, a little bit of coffee. So it's just come together. Okay, so what I'm going to do, a little bit of flour, not too much, because we're adding extra flour essentially on my bench. Get my hands in there. You know, smart people try and teach you hits and trips and just go straight to it, but you know, if you don't want this to happen, give me 2 seconds. Forgot my own advice. What we do is just put a little bit of flour in our hands before we touch it. So we'll get that all onto there. Scrape it all out. I'm going to knead this for about 10 minutes until it's a nice, soft, pliable ball. So we've got all our stuff in there. So just, you know, together and over, together, and roll it back on itself. Roll it back on itself. Push it in and out. In and out. Just make sure it's all together first. Just give it a little bit of a roll around to get it all to come together first before you start kneading it too much. Okay, so now my dough's all come together, so and push and stretch. It's a bit dry on my bench here, so we'll just flour her up a little bit more. Push, and so you've got to stretch it out. Stretch it and roll. You push and roll it out. Push and roll it out. Just keep turning it as much as you can. It's a good workout. There's no gym, so if you want to get fit, get rid of them tuck shop lady arms, give it a go. I do have a dough hook on my Mixmaster, but that takes out all the fun of cooking. It's nice to get your hands dirty and be hands-on. So yeah, just keep working it. You'll feel it change. You'll feel it change. At the moment, it's kind of sticky and it feels lumpy. That will come and be nice, like smooth, silky ball. So when it feels, you'll feel it change and you'll go, that's okay. And then that's when it's time to rest your dough. So now this is getting all the glutens and the yeast through it, and it's, you know, giving it the best opportunity to be the best bread. You know, well, bun, which kind of like this is a bread. I know I talk too much and I probably bore you all, but, you know, this is my life now. Just push, and roll, and push. Push with the palms of your hand. Push it out. Push, and push, and push, and push, and roll, and turn it, and push. This is very therapeutic. Makes you feel good. I can feel it starting to change. We've still got a few minutes. I might just put you on pause and get this to a nice consistency and come back to you. Hey guys, so I've been kneading this for a while now and it's just a nice soft dough. I don't know if you can see how smooth and lovely it looks. It feels just like Play-Doh. It's so gorgeous. So when it kind of gets to that, and you'll feel it. You can feel when it's right. I just tuck and roll, you know, it's a bit yucky at the bottom there, and we need to put it somewhere to prove, so just a steel bowl is the best. We don't want it sticking, so a little bit of cooking spray, just a light spray. Whack her in there. Then over here we put some Glad wrap on top. I'll just double Glad wrap it to make sure that no air's getting in there and it keeps it in a nice little warm place. So the idea is the heat will make it rise. It will double in size. That's 1 to 1.5 hours. It's pretty warm day to day, especially in my kitchen. I'm going to add a layer of a tea towel on top just to get some more heat happening, get the rising happening quicker. And I'll put it over here out of the way. So then I can do some cleaning while you guys are gone. And I'll come back and I'll show you when it's doubled in size and what we do next. So get with it and I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to do some cleaning, have a cuppa, might even think about having wine next time I come back. See you soon, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, here we are. We're back again. I'm just checking my dough. It's been like 50 minutes. It has more than doubled in size, so it's risen very nicely. Look at that little beauty. So next what we do is we punch it down to get the air out. So just get the air out. Lightly floured board. It's a bit stuck to the bowl, so what we do is just flour your hands, just loosen him up so it doesn't stick to your fingers. Down we go. Okay, have a lightly floured board, just flour my hands. Just knead it for like, just till it's soft, just, you know, it's only like a minute. So it's smooth. Again. Oh, pardon me. Okay. So now, we divide it in 12. even sized pieces. So I'm just going to grab a knife. We'll just go in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 5. Let's turn it over. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Anyway, we're just gonna rip and turn, rip and turn, rip and turn. Don't know why I even tried to cut it. I've never cut it before. Okay, there. Similar, a little bit more in this one. So just rip and turn, rip and turn, rip and turn, rip and turn, rip and turn. They're all similar. Yeah, some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit. We just roll them into balls. And we put them on a baking tray lined with some baking paper. So just, you know, sit them there, like put a little gap between them, like 1 centimetre, not a lot, because they are going to rise again. And they can touch each other. So I'm going to go 2 trays, 6 on each tray. Grab another tray. That one looks really big. Probably make more because these are going to be huge, but they'll be tasty. They're rising really well today because we have lovely humid weather here in Queensland. Chevy, please stop barking. No, you're not that polite, but you know, captive audience and everything. And then, guys, we cover these with Glad wrap and we set aside to rise again. It's about 30 minutes. They'll double in size again, and then it's put all the finishing touches on, and in the oven we go. Jamie! So I'm going to cover these in Glad wrap, leave you to it, and we'll come back when they've risen again. No worries. Hey guys, we're back. It's been, I don't know, yeah, roughly half an hour. I decided to put my buns on one tray because I figured they would fit when I Glad wrapped them. Safe to say they have doubled in size. So what we do now, so we take the Glad wrap off, and then we make the paste to make the crust on the bun. So in this bowl, I have half a cup of plain flour. I'll just grab a spoon. And then it's 4 to 5 tablespoons of water just to make a paste. You don't want it too runny, so I'm just going to start with maybe 3. Give a stir, make sure there's no lumps. There's our 5. Okay, so we want it runny. 5's nowhere near enough. But it's going nice. So just a little bit of time. We don't want it too runny, but we don't want it too thick. So it's kind of, we don't want it to run off. So just try and get the lumps out. Hit it on the side of the bowl. We'll give it a good stir. See some lumps in there. Okay, I think that's a good consistency. So then what we do is we put it in a piping bag. I'm a food nut, so I have a cupboard full of these things. If you don't, get a Ziploc bag, put it in, and just snip the corner as a piping bag. That's the cheapest way, but because I have thousands, I'm going to use them. So what we do is we get this little baby, and And I have my oven preheated at 170, fan forced. Okay, so we've got that in our little baggie. Snip the end off. Don't want it too big. And we just simply pipe the crust on the buns. So that's 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, there's a little bit left. We'll just chuck it out. It's flour and water. But there's my crosses on my buns. So now I put them in the oven. It's already preheated, 170. Take about 25 to 30 minutes till cooked. We'll pop them in and we'll come back as I take them out and I can show you how you tell if they're cooked or not. No worries. Okay guys, so I'm back again. It's been 25 minutes. So I'm going to take my buns out and have a look. Okay, they've risen nice. They're a nice golden brown cover. They've got a little bit of spring back. So they are cooked. So at the moment on the stove, I've got my glaze for them. It's a sugar glaze. So it's like a third of a cup of water and 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. So you put that on the heat till the sugar dissolves. Then cook it for 3 to 5 minutes. So it just becomes a little bit, reduces a bit, comes a little bit syrupy. I'll just check it out. Just a little bit longer, I think, and then we just brush that on while they're warm. What I might do is take these out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They look fantastic. They're all fluffy. You see that? They're all fluffy on there. We'll wait till we get the glaze on and we'll cut one open and we'll try it. I've upgraded to wine, by the way, because, you know, it's after midday. So that syrup should be done. We'll just turn it off. And we'll just brush it over. It's just a glaze. It'll make them shiny and look pretty. Do it while it's hot and then it soaks in a bit. It gives it that lovely taste. Pretty happy with the result of these, especially for not making them ever before. I do make a lot of bread. I'm normally pretty successful. I have had some fails, but you know, of course there's an alarm going off. Watch out. That's normally you get your ass and you get ready to go back to work for any alarm, but you know, here we are. Just giving these a lovely glaze. I think they look spectacular. So just pop that aside. I don't know. Can you see the glazy goodness and how good they look? So now the proof is in the tasting. So we've got one. It's all nice and soft and doughy. It looks so fluffy and delicious. We'll get a knife. We'll cut him open. Open him up. See the inside? Oh, that shit. It's so fluffy and there's lots of holes in it. So it says that it's cooked properly. It's risen. Let's get some butter. And now butter is serious thing here. Nice slab of butter on there. Let that melt in. I'll put it on half. Okay. So you see we've got the butter. Oh my god. They taste really good, guys. It was so simple, so easy. better than store-bought ones. You can do it yourself at home. Give it a try. Holler out if you need any more instructions. I'll also write the recipe on my page when I post this up. So that way, if you can't follow me speaking too quickly or something, you've got it on hand. Can't stop eating it. Kudos. See you guys. Bye.